welcome back for another video. In today's video I'll be running through my Gameweek 7 team selection, transfer plans and thoughts heading into this game week. If you missed the Gameweek 7 captains video, make sure you give that a watch too, a link will be on screen at the end. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit like so it can spread to others, and if you'd like to support my channel further, links to both my Patreon and YouTube membership are in the description. I'll read every comment, so let me know how your Gameweek 6 went and what your plans are for Gameweek 7. Enjoy the video. With 2 transfers banked, there's a very likely double move for Gameweek 7, more on that later. We'll start off with a quick look back at how Gameweek 6 went. We finished on 66 points, which was a green arrow from 122k to 28k. In a Gameweek which had an average score of 43, it was a huge score and our best Gameweek rank yet. Cancelo carried the defence, keeping a clean sheet and assisting Jesus' winner. Sanchez got a bonus point despite conceding and being booked, which just about says it all for that Palace game. Trent and Shaw were disappointing though, particularly Shaw who got booked before going off injured, which was a 0-pointer, while Veltman was first on the bench with 7 points. As you might recall, not owning Ronaldo was a nervy level of exposure, as his effective ownership was over 100%, and it forced us to captain Salah instead, who was our best option. However, Salah ended up on 7 while Ronaldo blanked, which helped with the green arrow. Salah, Jota, Rafinha and Antonio all chipped in with a goal too. We're in a position of strength with 2 transfers banked, so let's get on to the Gameweek 7 team selection and transfer plans. In goal, it's a tough game for Sanchez, facing Arsenal, who have found some form with 3 wins from their last 3, including a good win against Tottenham last game week. Arsenal were 3rd best for expected goals over the last 3 games after Liverpool and Man United. I rarely make goalkeeper transfers, however one possible move is to shift Sanchez on for Mendy ahead of Chelsea's run of games, but it's likely that a more pressing move outfield will be made instead. Trent starts for the Man City fixture at home, which will be their toughest league game of the season to date. There's rumours that he could be out for 3 weeks, and he did not travel for the Champions League game against Porto, reportedly out with a groin injury. If we get any concrete news from the press conferences on this, then it could well be Trent that makes way for Gameweek 7. Cancelo starts in defence against Liverpool. Man City are comfortably best for expected goals conceded, while Liverpool are comfortably best on expected goals, so I suppose we'll see what happens when an immovable object meets an unstoppable force. Cancelo is the top scoring defender in the game currently, coming from 5 clean sheets, 2 assists and 6 bonus. It's a great fixture and I'm really looking forward to it. Cancelo started every league game for City, and we'll hope for another start and a potential clean sheet and attacking return if we're lucky. Luke Shaw is on the chopping block after coming off injured against Aston Villa, and ended up on 0 points due to the yellow card. It's definitely a game week to wait until the press conferences if you have several flag players, much like this team. If you watch the series on this channel on the top 100 all-time FPL managers, one of the recurring themes in the interviews is patience. We could have caught a 0.1 rise on Rudiger, and with Shaw heading the opposite way, that's a 0.2 swing. However, it would have been a gamble before the Champions League games, Europa League games and the press conferences. Ismaila Sarr has been a great pickup since we bought him back in Game Week 4. He scored in Watford's 1-1 draw against Newcastle, and this week has Leeds, who are still yet to keep a clean sheet this season. Leeds could be missing the likes of Llorente, Koch, Ayling and Bamford again. Their new left-back Firpo still appears to be getting up to speed, so let's hope Sarr runs rings around him and gets more goal involvements. Mo Salah has the most points in the game so far, and has scored in his last 4 games in a row. We've discussed how impressive City's defence has been, giving up just 2 big chances over their first 6 games, next best being Everton and Wolves on 6. City have conceded just a single goal all season too. However, Salah has a good record against Guardiola's City, facing them 11 times in all competitions, scoring 6 times and picking up 2 assists. Jota's the other player who could also make way if we sell Trent, because we'd have a lot of money in the bank which could be used to buy a premium mid. Jota's been a decent pick so far, scoring all 3 of his goals while he's been in our team. He's only averaged 73 minutes per game, however at 7.7 he's arguably worth riding out those weeks where he's benched or brought off early, as long as you're set up for it. That said, he played 88 minutes in the Champions League and Firmino came off the bench to score 2 goals. So as mentioned, he might be moved on due to several concerns in our team. Rafinha is another player who scored 3 times this season and has a good game against Watford at home in Gameweek 7. Leeds have been poor defensively, which isn't helped by current injuries, However, the West Ham game in Gameweek 6 was end to end, so we'll hope it's the type of game again where there's lots of goals and Leeds aim to win it with their offence rather than a strong defensive performance. Benrahma starts for the Brentford game, which you imagine won't be an easy game based on their performances so far. Brentford rank 5th best on expected goals conceded with 6.54 from their opening 6 games, and have kept clean sheets in half of those games. Benrahma is a player we have one eye on dropping, but there's no immediate requirement this week. Benrahma's teammate Antonio also starts against Brentford. West Ham play in the Europa League before Gameweek 7, however fortunately both games are at home, so they've not got far to travel before the international break. Antonio's been an absolute bargain for his output, and is second among all players for expected goal involvement on 5.21, only bettered by Salah's 5.66. He's joined top for goals with Salah and Vardy on 5 and has 4 assists. His 9 goal involvements thus far is more than any other player. Lukaku gets the armband for Gameweek 7. He's top for predicted points and faces a Southampton side who are bottom for clean sheet odds in Gameweek 7. So the data is in favour of the decision too. Chelsea will be disappointed after the 1-0 loss to Man City last week and will be looking to get back on track with a good performance and 3 points at home against the Saints before the break. His ownership is at 34% and no doubt is the lowest right now that it will be for some time. The bench order is still Ayling, Veltman and Scarlett. Leeds look like a side that can't keep a clean sheet right now, so you could even argue for putting Veltman first, but we hopefully won't need to call upon the bench. If Trent is indeed out for 3 weeks, then one option being considered is to move Trent out for Alonso and Jota to Son. Spurs admittedly haven't been impressive, losing their last 3 in a row. However, Son was well positioned for his goal against Arsenal last week and has 3 goals this season. There's a chance we'll activate the wildcard over the international break, in which case if there's ever a time to take a 1-week punt, it's now. If we do activate it, then I'll put out a wildcard video along with a wildcard stream, so make sure you're subscribed for that. Alonso's taken the joint most shots so far in 11 and has created 12 chances, taken 18 corners and made 41 crosses. He started every game, although with the return of Chilwell his minutes aren't assured and we at least have the wildcard in the pocket if we need it. If Shaw is out for Gameweek 7, the other option is Shaw to Rudiger and Ayling to Christensen. We've talked about the Leeds defence, and likewise Man United and Shaw have disappointed. Man United have got a tough run of games coming up. After Everton they face Leicester, Liverpool, Tottenham and Man City. As always, I'll post my final team on my channel and Twitter. The certainty at this point is a Chelsea defender coming in to take advantage of their upcoming run of games. Let me know in the comments how your Gameweek 6 went and what your plan is for Gameweek 7. I read every comment, so if you enjoyed today's video let me know. And lastly, please remember to like the video and hit subscribe to support the channel. If you're interested in the top 3 captain picks for Gameweek 7, a link to that is on screen now.